Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Hope your preparation is going well. So this video is particularly about how I prepared, as some of you have asked me on the group that I should tell something about myself, how I prepared and how I got through and all those things. So I'll give you a brief intro. This video can be a little longer than 10 minutes. So I was in my third year of engineering, mechanical engineering, from a private college, which I obviously didn't like much. But so during the third year, I realized that boss, इससे तो कुछ नहीं होगा. I definitely need to do a master's to get a good job and to set up a good career. So I started preparing for MBA like everybody does. And because I'm from MP, and in MP and UP and those kind of states, people are only focused about 3 4 major streams of careers. So if you are doing a commerce, even though you are a 99% guy in 10th board, people won't respect you much. So commerce and arts are considered to be like inferior subjects or inferior streams. So there are only 2 3 options. You go to medicine, you go to engineering, or you go to some good law school and stuff like that. So I was in engineering, and I chose mechanical over electronics and all because I like tangible over something which is all imaginary, like you can't see the current in electronics. And I felt a little connection towards mechanical engineering. I was much interested in automotive design at that point in time. I was mad about cars and bikes, and that's why I chose a stream which was close to that field. It was kind of fun, interesting, but then I got very bored from that typical scientific calculator and those numerical kind of things. So I started exploring. And during MBA also, I read a lot of books because in MBA you are supposed to improve your reading speed and all those things. So one day I was going through this business magazine and I read an article about NID. And I really liked it, and I started digging deeper into that stream. And that's when I decided that, boss, this is the career I want. Forget about money, forget about big pay packages and all. I don't want to get into MBA because it's too boring for a person like me. We all have our own natural temperament of, liking things and hating things. So I wanted a career where it's full of creative challenges, and it's full of fresh ideas on a daily basis. So I inquired about NID and inquired about all design exams, CEED and everything. And I started with that regular approach, solved previous year exam papers and all those things. And I realized that those are the kind of questions that I am naturally good at. I don't have to stress too much to solve those kind of questions, and it comes somewhat naturally to me. And I really liked the way exam is conducted. I really liked the whole process, that you need to present your portfolio, you need to go through a exam which doesn't have a book and structured syllabus. So if you are creative, they will find it out and you'll get through. So I liked the whole idea about it, and I started preparing. And when I came to know that the seats are very limited, and for particularly for PG, it's only 10 seats for each branch. So that is like a crazy number. You can never be too sure of your admission when the seats are just in single digit. And that includes your SC, ST and OBC, and I am definitely from a general category. So yeah, you have just 7 or 8 seats left for general. So it's crazy. And I thought that अब ये एग्जाम तो निकालना ही है. अब now I have to crack this exam. I had only I had only 3 options basically. And because I didn't like my private engineering college ambience and the entire feel of it, the kind of students and all those things, so I decided in my engineering days that I will never ever go to any private college in my life again. If I need to do a PG, it has to be from any national institute, IITs, or I'll go abroad. Now the going abroad question was out of mind because obviously you are from a very humble middle class background and you have very limited resources. So I thought that okay, these are the 2 best options which suits my temperament and which I can afford. My parents were definitely not very much in favor of me doing a PG. My father wanted me to get into a job and manage things on my own, and I was definitely not willing to go for a job because of the kind of work environments or whatever. The way they treat a fresh engineer is very bad, particularly in mechanical engineering. It's crazy. So I decided कि ठीक है पीजी तो करना ही है. I want to go to a good national institute and start working only after my PG. So I started preparing, and I had this one very clear idea that okay, whatever are the seats available, I don't want to stress myself. I don't want to do overthinking about it. I just want to try and give it my best. So for those next 6-7 months when I was at home, just after my engineering, I took that big risk. I didn't apply for a job. I was just preparing for CEED and NID. And in that time, I don't remember when I used to get up and when I used to sleep. I used to be so much involved in my work, in all sort of creative things, that as soon as I get up out of bed, I used to start sketching. I used to start clicking pictures or doing some DIY stuff. My parents were kind of annoyed by that whole activity and routine. I bought all the tools that are affordable and required for any DIY work. So I had a proper electric drill, I had a electric cutter, I had some soldering machines, I had that multimeter and lots of LEDs and transistors and what shit not, like whatever is required for a DIY project or whatever I felt like I can build something out of it, I just went to the market and bought it. So that way my parents were supportive. They allowed me to spend that 50-60,000 for books and other stuff, stationery material. I used to buy some 20-30 odd type of paper and color sheets and different types of colors, oil pastel, dry pastel, everything that was available in the market I used to try, and I used to build something out of it. And I think that was one reason that I could build my portfolio to that level where they can see that I have certain potential, I am creative, or I can definitely do a lot of experimentation and I have the capacity to learn or unlearn and relearn. So guys, my only advice to you is don't think too much about the numbers part. Don't think too much about itna seats hai or itna competition, and it's useless. It's just gonna build up your stress. What you have is that limited 24 hours into next 6 months, right? Invest that time in such a way that you don't have regrets. So when I was going for that NID exam, a night before that I was just thinking through hoga nahi hoga, and I have almost wasted a year after my engineering. Right now I don't have any jobs and all. So one of my friend asked what will happen if you don't get selected. So I just subconsciously gave him a simple reply that again I'll try next year, because for PG I still have certain years before I get to the cutoff age limit. So I told him that boss kuch bhi ho, either I will get through this year or I'll try next year or I'll try another year after that, but I will go to a national institute no matter what, and I'll keep on trying. And luckily I got through in the first attempt itself. But the point is that you really need to focus on the work part and not focus on the probability of selection. अगर होना होगा तो हो ही जाएगा यार. If you are that creative, if you have really worked hard, you will get through. The point is, you should not have regrets after the results are out. What I mean by that is, जब मैं prepare कर रहा था, when I was preparing, I used to put everything. I used to put my money into it, my efforts into it, my whole emotion, whatever I thought of I can build, I can make, I can learn, I did. I used to go to art college libraries. I used to go for doing some landscape at some random locations in the city. I used to go to these craft markets. I used to go to these hardware stores. What all I can get and build something out of and present it in my portfolio. I used to do a lot of crazy things. I even bought a small camera called Nikon Coolpix and started learning about photography. I had one friend who was into photography for a very long time, so I bought a manual camera called Nikon FM2 from him and started learning film photography. Then I created some portfolio of my photography and went all the way to IIT Bombay using train. I went to most of the design institutes. I went to ISC Bangalore, I went to IIT Bombay, I went to IIT Delhi to check the design department. Just like that, ticket कटा लिया और बैठ गए ट्रेन में और जाके देखे आए. So I did a lot of crazy explorations. I tried left, right, center, whatever I could do. I showed a lot of my work to people in IIT Bombay that time and took feedback from them. And because there was no Quora and those kind of things, and in 2006-7, so and होगी भी तो मुझे पता नहीं थी. So I tried with a very manual approach. I tried with a very layman approach कि अभी नहीं पता है and there is no guidance. So go to those people who can guide you and go to those people who have already cleared that exam, or take some feedback from any senior in that field. So the whole idea was basically to keep learning, keep exploring, keep figuring out what can you do which is expected in that exam, and what can you learn in those 7-8 months to reach that level where they can at least consider you for a second round of interview and all those things. And after I got for the second stage, which is the studio part, I got even more interested because the kind of activities they give you in studio are like very fun activities. If you really are a designer, you will absolutely love those 30-minute challenges and those clay modeling exercises and that DIY kind of activities where you are supposed to build something out of the given material, that something which you call situation test for NIF. So it's pretty fun. And once you have worked with a lot of DIY projects and tools in your home, you know that those exercises are basically the same thing in a span of 20-30 minutes. So I really enjoyed that studio test part, and after that I was like, यार अगर ये काम करने के लिए आपको कोई जॉब दे रहा है, या फिर ये काम करने के लिए अगर आपको पैसे मिल रहे हैं, you can make a career out of this, then definitely there is nothing better in this world for a person like me. So the whole idea was that not just going behind typical career options, not just running behind money. My whole idea was to get into a career जहाँ पे आपको काम ना करना पड़े, जहाँ पे आपको काम जैसा ना लगे, जहाँ पे you feel like your things are very natural, you're naturally good at it, and it's just fun and fun all day long. So my whole idea was that जितना भी मेहनत है आप अभी कर लो. Whatever you can do, you just have those 6 months to prepare, and your preparation should be of that level that you reach a state where you don't have any regrets, where you can say that इससे ज़्यादा मैं कर ही नहीं सकता था यार, अभी नहीं हुआ तो नहीं हुआ. I have no regrets because I tried my best. Most of the time what happens is when we prepare, we don't give in our 100-200%. We don't give in that level of hard work, that level of dedication. And then when the results are out, we regret that, oh, this portion I didn't prepare, oh, this thing I didn't prepare, oh, I didn't know this is also a part of the syllabus. All that thing is like, cribbing. That won't help. The only way to achieve success in this kind of exam is to try your maximum. Try your maximum. And somewhere down the line, somewhere down in your heart, you know where are you lacking. You know where are your shortcomings. You know where you need improvement. You know how to optimize time. See, all of you have definitely cleared your 10th exam, right? So you know time management. You know how to study 5-6 subjects at the same time. How you know how to manage exam pressure and all those things. Now apply that same logic, apply that same passion and dedication to this particular exam, and prepare it with a intensity that after your exam, after you attempting your exam, you should not have any regrets. You should not have any second thoughts that I could have prepared much better. Okay, so this is what I wanted to communicate through this video, and I hope it helps you. I hope you intensify your preparation and strategy. I hope you do 10x more effort. Okay, so with this, I would like to end this video. If you have any questions or thoughts, please write in the comment section below. If you have friends who are preparing, please share this video with them. And if you like this video, please press the like button. Till then, bye bye. Take care. See you in the next video.